guys, welcome back to Feather's Charm. I'm Feather and welcome to this episode of the My Bullet Journal Journey series. Today I'll be creating the spread for April. Now before I begin, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website and on Patreon. Your donations really do help me make more content like this. And if you'd like to get more ideas for your own bullet journals, please don't forget to take a look at the other episodes of this series as well. Also, one final note, I am so sorry that this episode is late. A lot of things have happened at work again, but it's all good. I will try to do better next month. Anyway, let's begin. So we're going to start off by flipping through March, and as you can see, it's the whole peach, flower, crosshatch, paint splotch kind of look. And I'm pretty proud of it. I haven't been keeping track as much as I'd like though, again because a lot has been happening at work, and I just haven't had much time to track my my projects. And Feather's Charm, I haven't actually been doing too much other than these videos, despite having plans, but hey, we can always start again next month. Anyway, let's get started with the April spreads. As you can see, I've started off with the Uni Ball Uni Pin Fine Liner. This one is in 0.5, and I start off by doodling these little cherry blossoms. Now this is a style that I haven't done before in this journal. However, I have done it in previous ones, but not quite cherry blossoms. I think I did a daisy before in one of my older journals, and I kind of miss doing this sort of style, even though it does take quite a while, purely because it requires a lot of detail. As you can see, I use dark shadows in areas of the doodle, and I use these sort of lines and dots to highlight the different textures of the petals. But as you can see, I kind of do these three here for the title page, and I'm actually pretty proud of them. And I might try and do more in my other journal or for May. We'll see. So I move on now to the black Staedtler double-ended fiber tip pen, and I use this for the title because it was the sturdiest pen that I had that could create this sort of calligraphy style. Now these pens, again, they are the Staedtler double-ended fiber tip. These are the pinks that I will be using throughout the month. Now for these doodles, for the cherry blossoms on this page, I thought that I could use the mid pink as the sort of base color for the cherry blossoms, but it was a bit too dark for them, so I ended up using the light pink for the other doodles that I do throughout the month. But nevertheless, they still look really nice, they still look really pretty, and I'm actually pretty proud of them, so no harm, no foul. And as you can see, I use this Staedtler Triplus fiber tip pen as well as this brown Staedtler double-ended fiber tip pen. Now, before I continue, I will be listing out all the pens and paper and washi tape in the description below, so you guys have links to the stuff that I've used or stuff that are similar to what I've used. Now you can see I'm using this colored paper, this patterned paper, for the sort of scrapbook look. So if you have watched my September, October and November spreads, I use this sort of technique, this scrapbook technique, for those months, and that's what this month is emulating. Just like the March spread, where I emulated the June, July and August spreads. This month I'm doing the next 3 months, and yeah, if you've watched my shorts, you would know about this dictionary series thing. And I use this sort of paper to kind of make a more scrapbooky look, if that makes sense. So the first one is the flower definition, and it's kind of apt because April is the epitome of spring, just like the cherry blossoms that you see here as well. So as you can see here, I am cutting out the picture from one of the washi tapes that I'd gotten from the washi tape store. Again, links and description will be in the description box below, but I am using a utility knife for this. Now, if you're below 18 or 21 or whatever the age restrictions are in your country, please have an adult with you to do this sort of thing. Don't try to attempt it on your own, because you might just get hurt. So have an adult nearby to do it for you. Now, I don't know if the washi tape store or shop will still do these tapes, but the tapes that I have are early versions of what they have on their shop now. They have updated versions that are much easier to use and to cut out. So if you can't find it on the washi tape store, they should have something similar, maybe updated versions of these tapes. But yeah, the washi tape that I do have is much older. It's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 years since I've bought them, so I'm just trying to get through them pretty much. Alright, we are now on to the monthly overview page and the monthly tracker page. I just basically imitate what I've done for September, October and November. So calendar on one side, the days of note and the monthly tasks on the other, and then the tracker pages as you see it. In all honesty, I think looking back now, I should have used the brown pen for the titles and the Triplus pen, the fiber tip pen, for the headers of each box. But hey, this is what we went with, and I ain't changing it. But I've learned my lesson, and I'll do something different for next year. But yeah, I just use more washi tape and stickers for the decorations here as well. Now for the quote this month, I have written, "I have the power to create the life I want." And it's pretty apt, purely because for the past 2 months I've had plans to create more content for Feathers Charm and to do a little bit more towards the website and my social media, and update everything that hasn't been updated in a while. But what with the things that have been happening at work lately, I've just not had the energy to do anything, and I've just been so tired and pretty lazy. Half the time it's also because I am also playing D&D, which I shouldn't be using as an excuse, but I am. Eventually I'll be able to get around, the last minute schedules and stuff like that. But as you can see here, I'm using the light pink and the mid pink for the highlights and the base color. Going back to the whole me not being able to do any of that the stuff that I want to do, and trying to do them. We'll see, because this month I am actually going on holiday, so maybe that holiday will reset everything and I will be able to have the energy to do things again. But knowing the conditions at work, it's pretty difficult. But as you can see there at the very end, I create my little rose just to finish it off as well, and just to keep my promise that the rose will still be within the spreads that I do. Anyway, we've now moved on to the weekly spreads, and as you can see, I'm using the double-ended fiber tip pen here for the main boxes, the dailies boxes, and it does flood, so there's your cautionary tale there. If you are using these pens just like I am, be warned, these do flood. It's the same with the Tri Plus pens. They flood when you use the ruler and create the boxes here. So you just have to be careful if you want to keep them clean. I, for my part, don't really want to keep them clean. I mean, when I first started to do these boxes, I did, but looking back now, this journal is mine, and it is the first of this series, so it's kind of apt, it's kind of proper, because it shows just how rough it is. It's like the first draft of something, and with time it'll get better. So yeah, that's my reasoning to keeping it the way it is. Now for the calendar, I did a different thing than I normally do. So if you know me, you know that I box out the week and color it in before writing up the numbers for the week. This time I use a different color pen for the week that we're in. So if you can see it, the first week is in pink, and then the rest is in black. That moves on with every week, so you'll see as we go what I mean. But yeah, the week we are in, quote unquote, is the one that's in a different color. Now for the decorative part of this journal, I start doodling these cherry blossoms again because I wanted to do more of them, and wanted to keep the theme that was made at the very beginning, the on the cover page. So I do these doodles. Again, I'm proud of them because they're just so cute. And as you can see, I start using the light pink to color them in. I color them in gently because, as I said before, when you layer the color on top of the fine liner tends to flood, tends to smudge a little bit. So yeah, I was sort of doing dots rather than actually coloring in the petals. And then we move on to the washi tape and the stickers again. So again, if you're cutting out the shapes on the washi tapes from the washi tape store, please have an adult by your side if you're not one already. If you're below the ages of 18 or 21, because it will hurt if you hurt yourself. Finally, we are just creating the doodle for the white space that was left there. I didn't really want to do much else in that space, and I didn't want to do another, detailed doodle there, so I just did another rose in that little white space. And I am moving on to the second week, and I'll let you be. as a side note, guys, for my next bullet journal, I have the journal already ordered and waiting to ship, and hoping it gets here before the end of May. But I am thinking about the layouts and what I want to do for the next iteration. So what I mean is I am thinking about changing up the way the bullet journal looks. So I might not have my trackers in my weekly spreads like this. I might actually do a monthly tracker. So I might have trackers at the beginning of the month, just like the YouTube and the Instagram and the other stuff that you see at the beginning of the month, next to the monthly overview. I might spend more pages for these trackers. Instead of having them in the weekly spreads, I might have the weekly spreads as weekly spreads on their own, because I kind of want to change up the layout every week. It's gonna be a headache, I know that, but it's gonna be interesting because it's not gonna be the same thing over and over again like you see here. So it just might mean that the videos might be a little bit more, a little bit longer. But having said that, I am also debating whether or not to have one or two at the very least on each weekly spread page. So this is my question to you guys. Do you want me to keep the weekly trackers on the weekly spreads, or should I change it up? Would you like me to create a monthly tracker page and change up the layout for each week, or have a couple of trackers on the weekly spreads as well? Let me know in the comments below, or I might just create a poll in my community tab, so keep an eye out. Let me know what you think, because I'm pretty torn up about it, and I might still think about this in May, or I might have a plan already in May, but let me know what you guys think. Anyway, back to this. We are finally on our last page, and it's obviously the monthly review and totals page. As usual, I split the page, so monthly review at the top and totals at the bottom, and I list the habits and the trackers that I've tracked this month, and then I decorate it. Now for my next bullet journal, this may change up. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It may be I'll just leave it as a diary moment, or I might do full-on totals at the very end. We shall see, because I have no idea yet, and I still need to get inspiration for these kinds of pages. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments below as well, because I'm very torn about what to do. So yeah, let me know. And there you have it, the very last page of April. We'll just quickly flip through just so that you can see what the overall look is like. I have to say, leaving out the monthly overview and the monthly tracker page, which is a little hard right now compared to the main spreads, I'm actually pretty proud of this one. I like the whole color palette here. I love the light pinks contrasting with the dark pinks, with a bit of the black highlights, with the little bit of green from the washi tapes and the floral patterns and the browns. Oh, it's so good. I should have thought about that when I was doing the monthly overview and the monthly trackers and the final monthly review page. But hey, that's the way it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website, and on Patreon. Your donations really do help me make more content like this. And if you want to be a part of the creation process, please don't forget to leave a comment or feedback in the comment section below, and I'll do what I can to make the content you love. And as always, be kind, be creative, and be unique. I'll see you later. Feather out.